All right, get this. It's 3 a.m. A train full of money is speeding through the British countryside. No guards, no alarms, no clue what's about to happen. 15 men are waiting in the dark. They've studied every detail. No guns, no masks, no violence. They stop the train and walk away with what today would be worth over £50 million. And the craziest part? Most of the money was never found. This is the real story of the Great Train Robbery. Here's what was going on. There was this train, the Royal Mail train, that went from Glasgow to London every night. And yeah, it carried letters and stuff, but also a ton of cash, like literally millions in banknotes being moved between banks. On August 8th, 1963, that train was carrying £2.6 million, which would be over £50 million today, and some very smart people had been watching it. So, meet this guy, Bruce Reynolds. He's not your typical criminal. He's smooth, he's organised, and honestly, kind of brilliant. He pulls together a crew of 15 guys, each one picked for a specific job. One guy's good with trains, another's great at rewiring signals, one knows how to disable communications. It's like a real-life Ocean's 11, but more British. They even buy an old farmhouse called Leatherslade Farm to use as a hideout. They go over the plan again and again. They rehearse how to stop a train. They're not exactly messing around. So now we're at the big night. It's pitch black. The gang sneaks out to a place called Bridego Bridge and they mess with the signal lights, turning green to red. The train driver sees the red light and stops, like he's supposed to. And boom! That's when the gang moves in. No shouting, no shooting. Just calm, fast moves. They take the driver out of the engine and drive the front part of the train forward, just enough to separate it from the rest of the carriages. Then they unload the money carriage, like 120 bags full of cash, and move it all into waiting trucks. And here's the wild part. The whole thing takes just 30 minutes. So after the heist, they head back to Leatherslade Farm. Like nothing happened. The plan was to lie low for a few days, then vanish. And honestly, if they had cleaned up properly, they might have gotten away with it. But yeah, they didn't. They left fingerprints, dishes, trash, even a Monopoly board with fingerprints on the game pieces. It was basically a detective's dream. The police go all in. Massive search, public pressure, everyone's talking about it. Pretty soon, members of the gang start getting caught, one by one. Some try to run, some go abroad, but most of them, they end up behind bars. And we're not talking short sentences here. We're talking 25 to 30 years. The courts wanted to make an example out of them, and they did. Now here's what makes this robbery legendary. Even after all the arrests, most of the money was never recovered. To this day, no one knows exactly where it went. Some say it was hidden, others think it was split and spent. Maybe it's still buried somewhere, who knows? Oh, and remember Bruce Reynolds? He actually stayed on the run for 5 years before finally getting caught. Honestly, the guy lived like it was a movie. So yeah, the Great Train Robbery wasn't just bold, it was smart, carefully planned, and kinda embarrassing for British security at the time. No guns, no body count, just 15 men, a quiet train, and a lot of money. It changed how banks and trains handled security forever, and it still goes down as one of the most legendary heists in history.